You thought it wasn't necessarily the moment, but the over-the-shoulder thing kind of just set this whole month up for you.
I mean, I think it was huge for me in a lot of ways. I mean, I think it was just kind of the beginning of that kind of sigh of relief for me in terms of just being able to go out there and get that first one out the way, get some of that confidence back that was kind of stale up to that point in terms of I just wasn't out there, wasn't able to do what I'd hoped to be doing. So it definitely was kind of that fire starter for me in terms of just getting that confidence back and obviously just be able to go out there and show myself and show everybody what I can be.
Aaron said more than once that there weren't a lot of signs in practice that this was coming, and I'm sure that you probably felt that too. How'd that feel to be a rookie, to know that there's this out there, but not being able to kind of attain it? How'd you sit with that?
I mean, it wasn't really something that I was thinking of. I mean, I was obviously, I was up and down, obviously with injuries and being out and whatnot. But I mean, shoot, I was still just working every day to just get better and work every day to stay healthy and just be out there. So obviously, sometimes it doesn't, the results don't come right away. I feel like that's just part of the process. So I just kept on trusting that in that process and. Obviously, still doing that now. I think I'm still a long ways from what I, still want to be.
How did you find out the news today?
I was lifting in the weight room this morning. Hadn't checked my phone or anything before I went in there. And 12 actually congratulated me before I even knew. So he kind of, I don't want to say spoiled it for me, but he let me know. So I mean, that was kind of a cool interaction. He congratulated me for that. I kind of was shook for a little. I was like, "What do you mean?" And then he had told me, and it was really cool.
Christian, how cool is this considering where you were at the start of last month, the Detroit game and having to exit there, the Bills game at the end of October where you had to exit there, and getting to where you are now, rookie of the month. If I were to tell you that back during the Detroit game when you're itching to get back in the game, what would you have said, and how's it feel now?
I mean, I think the number one thing for me is just being thankful that I've been able to stay consistent, health wise, and obviously just be able to just be out there and get that work in. I mean, that was always my number one goal. Is obviously dealing with the injuries was just to I need to stay as healthy as possible. I always kind of believed in myself in terms of if I'm able to go out there and I'm able to obviously just play fast and be healthy, then everything else is going to come with it. So, yeah.
What's next?
Uh,
You going to make rookie of the year after the slow start?
I mean, we're going to find out. I mean, obviously, I'm going to keep on pushing to continue, to strive to be the best version of myself. I mean, there's definitely no, plateau in terms of, my work and my preparation going forward. No, contentness with, where I'm at right now. I'm still on the rise.
You carried yourself with confidence all the way through, but Aaron said he saw something unlocked in you when you made that over-the-shoulder catch against Dallas. What did you feel unlocked in yourself kind of in that moment and in the several touchdowns since?
I mean, I kind of just felt that, confidence and that spark just kind of come back a little bit. Obviously, I can tell myself all the time that I got it. But I mean, when you're going such a long time without seeing it, it kind of starts to dwindle a little bit. So it was kind of just like that spark just came back after that one, and obviously it's just been getting bigger and bigger since.
There was a moment in the end zone after touchdown, before backflip, where you kind of turned around and the teammates were coming to say, what was going through your mind in that moment?
I mean, it was nothing crazy right there. I actually turned around just to make sure no one was behind me, so I could do the backflip. I didn't want to do a backflip and have someone coming in, and that would have been bad. But I mean, when you're in that situation, everything kind of slows down. So I mean, I was really kind of just obviously with the celebration, I was just soaking it all in. I mean, the plays happen so fast. Everything kind of slows down, and after the fact. So I mean, I was just soaking it all in.
I think that's called veteran savvy, right? Making sure you don't backflip into somebody. even as a rookie.
Something like that. But yeah, no, I definitely did not want to do a flip and land on somebody, or that would have been bad.
Christian, I'm slow, so I want to know, what's it like to run away from two NFL caliber defensive backs like you did against the Eagles? Like, what's it like to see guys with a good angle and good position still beat them?
I mean, it's just, I feel like it's been something I've been doing all my life. Obviously, I've said it a million times. I take a lot of pride in my speed. So, when I see somebody that I think I can outrun, which is pretty much everybody, I'm going to do my best to utilize my speed in that way. I mean, I don't think that when there's angles and stuff like that, and just being in the open field, I don't think that me making a move is ever a better option. So if I'm able to just kind of cut off those angles, I mean, speed obviously kills those angles. So it's just a big part of my game.
People talk about a rookie wall a lot. Obviously, you missed some games with injuries, so you haven't had perhaps the wear and tear of others. But playing at the FCS level, having actual playoffs, I think last year your team played 15 games. How much does that help a guy like you avoid a rookie wall, if there is such a thing?
I mean, I definitely think it helps some. I don't want to say a lot. I mean, the intensity of the NFL is a lot different. I think it would be that way, regardless of, where I play, at the FCS or FBS level. I think there's a different intensity in the NFL. I mean, guys obviously fighting for their families, fighting for their jobs, each and every day. So, I mean, it's different for sure. But, I mean, I definitely think it helped a lot, obviously, playing into January, for those national championship runs. I'm used to going for longer stretches. So I think it prepared me for that for sure. And there's the mental side of things as well.
Don't let this man lie to you about being slow. He's done 10 marathons. All right? That's a true fact.
Sprints.
That's a true fact.
Okay.
When you caught that pass against Philly, were you thinking touchdown right away? Because from above, there's no reason why anyone should be thinking. Two guys had the angle on you, but you've got 4.3 speed. Were you thinking touchdown?
So I mean, when I was going across, I felt the low safeties a little bit. So I actually thought I was kind of going to prepare for that backside safety to come down a little quicker than he did. So I mean, as soon as I caught it, I turned up and I seen that he was a little farther back than I thought. And then I mean, that was as soon as I saw them, I was like, all right, yeah, now it's over. I'm hitting the sideline and I'm gone. But I mean, before I had caught the ball, I definitely didn't think that it was going to be a touchdown. But as soon as I saw how they were their positioning after I caught it, I knew it was kind of wrap after that.
In theory, how much are things going to help not to have Dobbs back out there, another threat on the outside, just help you open things up even more?
I mean, I think it'll be huge. We have a lot of guys in the wide receiver room who I think have the capabilities and the talent to be out there and make plays. So obviously, the more the merrier. And obviously, having seen Dobbs' success earlier in the season, I'm happy I'm going to be happy when he's back out there.
How do the Bears look different on film now versus when you prepared for them a long time ago?
I mean, it hasn't changed too much. I mean, I definitely think you see a little bit more of their tendencies as the season progresses, and everybody is going to change some things up as the season progresses in terms of how well they're doing. But I mean, we still see a physical defense that's going to make a lot of one-on-one matchups and have faith in their guys on the second level. And I mean, they're simple but sound in some ways. So we just continue to do our things and attack that.
Christian, you're one of the few people on this team that's caught a touchdown from both Jordan and Aaron. I'm not going to ask you what's different about them. I want to know what's similar about them, just from a kind of warrior mentality standpoint.
I mean, I think it didn't surprise me because I mean I've been practicing with Jordan and seeing it every day. But I think what surprised a lot of people was his poise back there. I mean, and when you're learning from a guy like 12. I mean, I think that some of that stuff rubs off on you. So, I mean, I think just his kind of 12's confidence kind of rubbed off on Jordan a little bit. And as soon as he was out there, I mean, I feel like you could feel his poise and his confidence back there immediately.
Have you and Dobbs leaned on each other a little bit for support? Obviously, you had to sit and watch him have a lot of success while you were getting back from injury, vice versa now the last few weeks. I mean, just that feeling, that patience and stuff. Have you guys talked about it, had to lean on each other for that kind of stuff?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think I lean on him a lot when I was going out there. I mean, supporting him, obviously, in everything that he's doing. If I'm not able to do it, then obviously I'm going to cheer on everybody else who's doing it. So, obviously when I was hurt, he had my back the whole time. And obviously, since he's been out, I've had his back as well. I'm going to kind of just making sure that he's good mentally. I know he is, but it's always good to check in on and see how somebody's really feeling. But I mean, I know Rome's mentality. He's itching to get back out, and he's doing everything he can to get back out there. So I'm excited for when he is able to.
Christian, you're right up there in touchdowns. I mean, I think you're sixth in the league in touchdowns. You've got more than Jefferson and some All-Pro kind of Debo Samuel. I was trying to blank on. Is that crazy? I mean, I know you're in the middle of the season, maybe. Thought about that at all? That what you've done in the span of 3 games is rivals some All-Pro guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's the craziest part. Is just how quickly it's happened, and over this past month is the craziest part. But I mean, I'm just taking it 1 week at a time, and putting in that work, putting in that the preparation and everything I need to do, and whatever happens on Sunday happens. Obviously, I'm thankful for the opportunities. I know it's not always, I'm not always going to have 6 touchdowns every month. But I think it was.
You're not? What?
I think it was just a flash of what I'm able to do going forwards, and obviously, like I said before, just to boost of confidence for me.
Had it not been for Detroit, we could be saying NFC Rookie Player of the Month, or NFC Offensive Player of the Month, not just Rookie. I mean, just that level of success, this future, the last 5 weeks. How much are you looking forward to what you and Dobbs and the rest of these guys can build for moving forward and show the future is of this Packers wide receiver?
I think just going forward, I think we've seen flashes from all 3 of us, and obviously we have a lot more growing to do. So I think that we have a lot to look forward to for sure.